Hi, everyone. Time to get into it. NBA action on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan courtside with Greg Anthony and Brent Barry. David Aldridge will join us momentarily from the sidelines. And a look at the starters for the Pistons. Inside for him, it's Harris and Duren. Cade Cunningham out there with Hardaway. And it's Thompson in at the three. And for the Celtics, the post pair, Tatum and Porzingis. Holiday in the backcourt. To his side is White. And it's Brown in at the three spot. All the talk, Greg, leading up to this one has been about the impact of the backcourt.
And that's where it all starts. When you have a confident and competent backcourt, it just opens up a lot of things for you offensively.
Now Harris, after Jason Tatum missed on that last three-pointer. Outside Hardaway. His three-pointers off the mark. Cunningham against Brown. Porzingis passes to White. And White with the stuff.
Okay, two hands for safety. That's what they say, right?
That's right. He was ultra safe with that dunk, no question. Thompson outside. From downtown. Rebound by Jrue Holiday.
And even with good coverage defensively that time, he has confidence to drill the three.
Outside Tatum. And slams it down right on top of Jalen Duren.
I'll tell you what, don't sleep on Tatum. He has some ups, and I love seeing him trying to electrify the crowd.
Brent, we talk about guys on the brink of stardom. Cade Cunningham is right there.
And the two areas you'd love to see Cade improve on is just taking better shots and making plays for others. He has that instinctually, Kevin, as a point guard at his size. But as his team grows, the appreciation for what Cade Cunningham can do on the floor, that will grow too. The drive to be great is something that Cade Cunningham quietly possesses, and he has all the tools to be a very special player.
Holiday gets the bucket.
And he's not going to miss many of those, especially that wide open.
No, he's automatic from the mid-range, and the defense knows that. It's a mistake to give up a shot like that.
Now, here's Cunningham. Outside Hardaway. Back to Cunningham. 4 on the clock. Off target from outside. The Celtics have gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. Tatum's shot is off. For Detroit, they've gone 0 of 3 from the field to start the game. Cunningham with it. And Holiday picks him up defensively.
And that's some force coming from your 6'7", 6'8" point guard. That's tough to stop.
Tatum against Harris. Tatum no good. Pistons trail by 3. And now we've got some time to check in from the sidelines. You got for us, DA?
Kevin, well, like a lockdown corner in football, teams just try to keep the ball away from Jrue Holiday. He says, I feel like they're not afraid of me, but like, okay, get him off the ball. To me, that's respect. I don't need other people telling me how good I am. You can see it by their actions. Kevin?
So true. He can be intimidating, David, and we thank you for that report. Looking at who's out there now for the Celtics. Luke Cornett, he's checked in for Porzingis. Horford comes in for Jason Tatum. And it's Pritchard in for White. Detroit's gone 0-3 from three-point land. Nothing yet going outside. Ivy kicks to Stewart. Ivy with the bucket.
He's a big combo guard, and Ivy plays with no fear in there.
And here's Holiday, who will bring it up for the Celtics. And a missed layup.
And he gets a lot of points right there at the rim, but the defense determined not to give up the easy deuce there.
Really surprised a little bit to see him drift out to the three-point line, but I guess I shouldn't be if you can stroke it like that.
Brown against Beasley. It's Brown with the drive. Pass to Pritchard. Harris against Horford. Holiday with the three. Again, Holiday missing.
You could see he wanted to get him back. Sadly, he couldn't capitalize from outside the arc.
Now here's Schroeder. He's tightly guarded. Harris kicks it over to Schroeder. Lets it go from 11. Ivy on the wing. Offline with his three.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
He gets it in there.
Pretty much an Al Horford staple right there. A polished player who has lots of confidence when he gets in that range.
5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Schroeder drills the three-pointer. Schroeder's got 6. Celtics trail by 3.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Holiday against Ivy. Outside Holiday. Cornett. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. The Celtics shooting their first shots from the stripe in this game.
And how about as a group? 80% on the season. One of their best attributes.
At the line for 2 shots.
He's off on the first. Both teams will make substitutions. And he can't get the second one to drop either. Coming up empty that time. Beasley for 3. And the last second attempt does not go in for him. 1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one so far. Pistons ahead. And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And guys, looking at what you've seen so far from the Pistons, what do you think?
Well, going to the bench early, they obviously knew what they were doing.
They're looking for a spark here, and the coach tapped the right guys to get out there and provide it.
On the floor for Detroit, we've got Asar Thompson. Holland is out there with Durant. Then it's Cade Cunningham. And it's Sasser in at the point guard. Tatum finds White. And Cunningham with the block. There's the drive. Bucket is good. 5 points in the game.
Ignoring the defense and cutting to get the shot. That's a great play from Cade.
Outside Tatum. Outside Porzingis. Connects from three-point range.
Yeah, such a sweet three-point stroke there. It can really open things up inside because as good as he shoots it, it forces the opposing bigs to have to step out on the perimeter.
Now here's Cunningham. He has 5. Pass to Sasser. From 13. It's rebounded by Porzingis. Boston trailing. Spiked it away. Cunningham outside. He made that one. Basket number 3 for him. He's also missed 2. And now we're being joined by our 2K insider, Shams Charania, who's calling in with a good story. Shams, what do you have?
Thanks. Many consider this summer to be the most challenging field in the history of international basketball. Nevertheless, Team USA got it done in Paris. It's not getting any easier, but the star power of the U.S. men's team shined bright in the City of Lights. Guys, a classic ending for a stacked U.S. roster.
You're right. What a performance. Hey, Shams Charania with the report. Thanks, Shams. Inside, Tatum.
Nice little finish there inside from Tatum. He is so quick to get up when he's near the rim.
Cunningham against White. Porzingis with the block. And here in the second quarter of action with a hair under 2.5 minutes played so far. And here's Tatum for 3. Sasser with the rebound.
And if they know what's good for them, that's the way they'll defend against him every time he takes the ball on the three-point line.
Thompson right side. Fires for 3. And it's White with the rebound.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Back to Porzingis. Tatum against Duren. Porzingis with a screen on Duren. Tatum with another miss. Detroit leading by 4. Poked away. Stolen by Tatum. Celtics passing it around and out of bounds. The Pistons will take it. We've got recording superstar Jack Harlow in attendance.
Jack's a big-time C's fan, and we've seen him courtside in Boston a bunch of times. And you know what? Harlow's played in the All-Star Weekend celebrity game as well. He's got a nice little jumper.
And the Pistons, an entirely new group now out there.
This speaks to how confident Tobias Harris is in his offensive game, ready to shoot as soon as that ball reaches him.
Clearly a foul.
Tobias Harris, first personal foul.
And let's get your take, guys, on the hustle stats for the Pistons.
A huge part of their offense, pushing the ball. Looking for fast break opportunities, always a good idea.
And they've sort of assumed control of this game with their pressure defensively. They've been into the ball handler. They've done a great job of swarming. So they're creating some turnovers that they're capitalizing on.
Both free throws good from Drew Holiday.
Well, when he gets into a groove at the free throw line, it doesn't just last for tonight. This might be 2 weeks, 2 months, something like that.
Kicks it out to Beasley. We've got 1:13 left in the first half. From the baseline. And it comes off the front of the rim. Celtics trail by 5. White left side. From the arc. It's hauled in by Harris. They time it right, they can end this quarter with a 2-for-1.
And that's how you want to end the quarter.
The Celtics have gone 2 of 6 from the field in the second quarter so far.
Even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
Personal foul, second team foul.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
And he is a cool customer at the line, guys. You've got to be when you're shooting 84% on the season.
And the first one drops. And both free throws good for White. 30 seconds left in the first half of basketball. Schroeder dishes to Ivey. Back to Schroeder. Launches from deep. Detroit, no good that time either.
He missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance in warm-up.
Oh, no, I know he can make it, but that's warm-up, so maybe just a step too far.
And he should thank the team for those 2 points. Nobody paid much attention to him on that play.
Here's Schroeder into the lane. And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Pistons lead by 1. Time now for the halftime break, with the third quarter soon to follow right here on 2K Sports. And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. Cade Cunningham really making a difference here.
Definitely been challenging the defense here early on, not settling for anything outside.
Yeah, you want these kind of nights where you can start to see those openings before they happen.
White in at shooting guard, with Brown playing small forward. The post pair, Tatum and Porzingis. And it's Holiday in at the point guard position. And that's the group for Joe Mazzulla as we begin the second half. 6 on the shot clock. Cunningham kicks to Hardaway. Thompson from long range. Rebound Boston.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Brown deciding where to go with it. Porzingis sets the pick for Brown. Outside, Porzingis. And a foul called on Cade Cunningham. That's his first foul.
Personal foul. First team foul.
Tatum down low. Harris is there. Porzingis kicks to Brown. 6 to shoot. He takes it in and finished off by Brown.
And Brown with bad intentions on that drive.
Down low. And Duren slams it in.
There are only a few players who can hit a teammate like that in stride. Beautiful assist.
And when it comes to Jalen Duren, Brent, is it fair to say some teams regretted not drafting him?
Well, maybe a handful, Kevin. I mean, there's a particular way that you want to play or use that position with how you get out there offensively. Jalen is a proven big. This guy is physical, strong, and can rebound and gives you a different presence on the inside.
Celtics making a switch here. Pritchard's checked in. Thompson passes to Cunningham. It's rebounded by Drew Holiday. And so it's Holiday with it. They'll bring it up for the Celtics. They trail by 1. Pritchard gets the bucket.
Love the selflessness. Tatum willing to give it up whenever he sees an open teammate.
Cunningham finds Duren. Cunningham on the wing. Guarded by Holiday. Cunningham against Tatum. And Duren slams it in.
Just smart decisions as Cunningham did a great job of setting his guy up.
Boston shooting 47%, pretty solid. He hits Brown with the drive. Duren pulls it in.
Well, he's a guy that count on to produce from the mid-range. He doesn't miss too many open looks from there.
Tatum against Harris. Out to Hardaway. That's in, coming off the assist from Cunningham. And now a 3-point Piston lead. Tatum deciding where to go with it. Brown the pass to Pritchard. Left side, Tatum. Detroit with the rebound. Tipped away. Taken away by Holiday. And stolen by Thompson. And here we go. Cunningham heading to the hoop.
Absolutely locks down on the defensive end. Thompson creating offense now with that defense.
Tatum on the wing. Tatum from 3.
That's just tremendous scoring instinct. So fun to watch him work in the half court.
And the foul called on Cade Cunningham. That'll be his second foul of the game.
And really just a great play to sacrifice his body and take the charge.
And the Celtics making a change here. Hauser's checked in. A different look here for Detroit. We've gone about 3.5 minutes into the third now. Here's Tatum. Good. And that's now 9 points for Jason Tatum.
2 teammates connecting right there. Slick feed.
Schroeder dishes to Ivy. Over Holiday. Holiday with the defensive effort. For Boston, they've gone 4-6 from the field since the start of the third. Tatum down low. He's guarded by Schroeder. Tatum gets the bucket. Tatum's got 7 now in this quarter.
Well, he's too good a finisher to blow that kind of chance, but that's going to be a wake-up call to the defense.
Schroeder kicks to Holland. Taken away by Holiday. Bounce pass from Tatum to the paint. Here's Hauser. 41 seconds left in the third. Screen by Porzingis. Hauser the pass to Porzingis. That one goes in. And it's a 4-point Boston lead.
You got to appreciate Porzingis, a willing screener, and he rolls quick to the open space.
Ivy kicks it over to Schroeder. Back to Ivy. Will it go? No good. Shot missing. Good D by Holiday.
Yeah, take your time. You don't give them another possession.
And hopefully that's what they'll do here. It's what most teams try to execute at this time in the game.
Porzingis passes to Holiday. It's blocked. And that's going to do it for the third quarter. Celtics out in front, leading by 4. And we're coming right back after this break to get the fourth quarter underway. Now let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
And he sliced the D wide open with his feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
That's what great passing will do for you right there, dissecting the defense with that play.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the fourth quarter in what is still anybody's ball game. On the court for the Pistons, Harris is out there with Beasley. Then there's Jaden Ivey. Then there's Isaiah Stewart. And it's Hardaway in at the shooting guard. Brown had a hand on it.
But Stewart hustling over. He saw that shot coming, and he was there for the taking.
Brown against Stewart. Rebound by the Pistons. Stewart's got 5 rebounds tonight. Beasley for 3. Jaylen Brown with the rebound. And so Brown will bring it up for the Celtics. The lead is 2. From 15 feet away, and he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down. Just over a minute played here in the fourth. 2 free throws coming up, and they call this. And yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
Shooting for Detroit.
And I think when it comes to
2 shots. The play will be reviewed under NBA rules.
It's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Drew Holiday is checked in for the Celtics. Then for the Pistons, Jalen Duren. He's checked in for Stewart. Lance Thompson in for Malik Beasley. And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Thanks, guys. During the break, listened in with Joe Mazzulla and his team. While the team is up, Coach doesn't want his team to let up. He told the team to finish this game. Do not think this will be easy. We've seen comebacks before. Kevin, back to you. Thank
you, David.
Well, the work ethic from Ivy is something that has gone unquestioned in his young career.
Brown down low. It's up against Thompson. Brown dishes to Horford. Back to Brown. Horford sets a screen for Brown. 5 to shoot. And finished off by Horford.
Pretty strong and physical that time from Al Horford on the inside.
Pistons trail by 5. Ivy with it. He's picked up by White. And the foul called on Tim Hardaway Jr. That is his first foul of the game.
Yeah, way to get there first and be willing to absorb the contact.
The Celtics have gone 2 for 5 on field goal attempts in the fourth quarter. Horford kicks to Holiday. It's Brown on the wing. Solid play on the low block, and that one's good. Brown's got the lead up to 7 now for Boston.
And far from just a perimeter explorer, Brown also adept at finishing in close.
Back to Ivy. Taken away by Holiday. And up the court come the Celtics on the break. And he gets the bucket. And it's a 9-point Celtic lead. And now we'll get perspective here on how the hustle game has been going for Boston.
I like their defense tonight, and we don't talk about that side of the ball enough. But you can really change a game when you get a bunch of steals and get out in transition.
And all game long, they've been finding blocks. They're focused on strong rim protection, and has helped stifle the opposing team's offense.
Big-time buckets is what everyone wants to see from Ivy. He has to attack without hesitation in those situations.
Pistons trail by 4. It's stolen by Brown. Here's Cornette. It's hauled in by Harris.
And fought hard to make his way to the rim, but give the D credit. Did just enough to force him to clank out.
Yeah, not a fan of that one, guys. If he wants to help his team cut into this deficit, he should not be attempting those kind of shots.
White drives in. Rebounded by the Pistons.
Those are chances. Almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D, just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
Now here is Harris, and he drives in. Over to the wing. Duren finds Ivy. And slam dunk by Ivy.
And man, can Ivy fly. I mean, a big-time finish.
Here's Holiday. And they recover it. Ball movement by Boston. Back to Horford. Lets the 3 fly. Thompson with the rebound. Detroit's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. Money!
Remember that one. Guys, a difference maker.
I'm wondering, is that the biggest shot of the game?
The kick out to Brown. Stolen by Thompson. And now the Pistons fast break. 41 seconds left to play here in the fourth to take the lead. Yes!
Monster points from Thompson. No fear in the big moment.
This is a huge possession.
Timeout. This is where all the hard work pays off. You have to be able to execute under pressure.
And so Joe Mazzulla calls for the timeout. This is a huge moment, folks, in this game. And he wants to be prepared. In terms of strategy here, any thoughts?
Hey, They do have enough time here if they shoot quickly to get the 2 for 1. We'll see if they try.
Porzingis is checked in for the Celtics. Jason Tatum comes in for Al Horford. And the Pistons making a change here as well. Cunningham's checked in. 32 seconds left in the game. White. Another miss, and they've really hit a rough patch here. Now here's Hardaway.
After committing a turnover like that, you're just praying the game doesn't come down to the last possession. You'll remember that one.
White looking around. Right between the eyes.
And that bucket was absolutely huge. A defensive stop now may just seal the deal.
Here's Cunningham. Yes!
Coaching staff would like some more shots from that range.
And so Joe Mazzulla calls for the timeout. Coach clearly feeling the necessity to regroup with so much at stake here. Well, given the scenario here, how do you approach this next possession?
And this is it, guys. Down 1, they've got just enough time to work it around for a good shot, and it better be a good shot because it's the only shot they have.
Goes up off the inbound. It falls!
And you can tell they had that play ready to go. Well done on the inbound.
Cunningham drives in. And so it's Boston scraping by with the win. That was a fun night of basketball and fabulous finish as they continued to wait out until the very last moment to seal it.
And there are so many.
All right, David, thanks so much. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Brent Barry, Greg Anthony.
Hello out there, and get ready for some NBA basketball. And how much fun is it to watch these guys move the basketball, Clark?
Well, they've got two main ingredients. One, you've got to have a system that demands unselfishness, and then you need players that are willing to play unselfishly, and they've got both of those things.
So the Raptors starting five. Barnes and Pirtle down low at the 4 and 5. Brandon Ingram out there with Emmanuel Quickley. And it's Barrett in at the 3. Murray, shot is good.
Well, Murray not only is strong, but he's got really good speed, too, and that gets him by the defense past the contact.
Quickley against Murray. And that one's good. Quickley.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
An open look for Porter is rebounded by Barrett. Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thanks. I caught up with the Nuggets head coach. We got to talking about Brandon Ingram, and I asked how coach thought they might limit him tonight. Coach told me, well, there's nothing we can do about his size and his length, so we're hoping just to frustrate him and keep him off balance by getting up in his business and contesting shots. Hopefully that plan pans out for them, guys.
Okay, thank you, Allie. And while Nikola Jokic has lots of years left in this league, he's already an all-time great, Grant.
You know, B.A., not many guys have won multiple MVPs and a title, but Jokic has already accomplished so much. And with his size and skill set, Jokic can be elite for a long time and add to that impressive resume.
You know, you look at Ingram, and he's slight of build, and some folks question whether he could be an effective inside scorer in the NBA with every bucket like that. Those questions are being answered.
Now here's Murray. Oh, it's blocked by Barnes. And they're able to recover. Pass to Murray. 6 on the shot clock. To the inside. And it's Murray finishing it off.
Boy, Murray is a better athlete than he looks. He's actually terrific as an athlete. You have to love seeing him use that momentum to bounce up and throw it down.
Starting to find his rhythm. He's cooking, and he knows it.
And you know what? They're going to keep using him. I mean, he'll be the centerpiece of their offense today. You can bank on that.
Murray, no good. The Raptors have gone 4 of 5 so far. Looking sharp. Quickly outside. Back to Ingram. Gordon with a steal. To the middle. It's stolen by Barnes. Toronto leading by 5. Back to Quickley. The 3 is up. Rebound by the Nuggets. And with their last victory, this team reached the 50-win mark on the season.
And they should be proud of what they've been able to accomplish. You can't just luck your way into 50 wins. You got to be a good team to reach that feat.
Westbrook, he's checked in for the Nuggets. About 3 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Pass to Brown. The 3 is up. After missing his first attempt, now 1 for 2.
You don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
Grant, would you say the Raptors are in the process of starting over?
You know, I certainly don't think that's the wrong thing to call it, B.A. Coaching changes, some big trades. They're shuffling things around and trying to start building something new.
5 on the clock. Barnes passes to Barrett. The Raptors need to get off a shot. Here's Momo. And it's good with time running down on the shot clock.
How about that wonderful floater he has, showing off an exquisite touch.
Westbrook drawing the double. Pass to Jokic. Gordon on the wing. Westbrook outside. And here's Jokic outside. The shot misses. Toronto leading by 4. Quickly outside. Outside Barnes. Barrett a screen on Gordon. The 3 from Barnes. Can't hit that one. The Nuggets have gone 3 of 8 so far. To the paint. And finished off by Westbrook.
Well, that kind of throwdown by Westbrook gets the bench off their feet and excited.
Here's Mobo, covered by Jokic. Back to Barnes. Pass to Quickly. It's hauled in by Nikola Jokic. Denver's gone 1 for 3 from beyond the arc. And he jams it home with authority.
And Gordon is quick in everything he does. I mean, including how he passes the ball. This guy plays with great quickness.
Here's Quickly. And again, no good by Toronto. Takes the 3. Oh, he got it up in time, but it wouldn't fall for him. It's all tied in Denver. And back to the start of the second quarter in just a moment. And it's been a pretty even game here after 1 quarter of play. And before we move on, what have you guys seen from Denver?
Well, clearly they played well in the first period because of their selfless attitude.
Yeah, and you know, so many of their hoops came off an assist, which is a good sign of ball movement and sharing that ball.
And so Murray will bring it up for the Denver Nuggets. So on the floor for Toronto to kick off the second quarter. We've got Brandon Ingram. Walter out there with Jakob Poeltl. And it's Shed in at the 1 spot. Man, was there a guy more fit to run that 2023 team than Murray?
I don't think so, Brian. I mean, think about what Murray did. After coming off an ACL injury, he leads them to the finals along with Jokic and the rest of his teammates. And he went off in every playoff series. Tough shots, clutch shots, timely shots. Incredible stuff by Jamal Murray.
Out to the right wing. Walter from outside. Westbrook with the rebound. Denver is shooting 46%, a decent average so far. And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
The Raptors are still developing. Coach Darko Rajakovic said, we're focusing on offensive execution and player development. It's about what we need to do night in and night out, regardless of the opponent. As we grow, we'll teach more schemes for opponent preparation. BA step by step.
Yeah, it's a process, Allie. Thank you. Throw good. Saric. Brent, we're starting to see more players throwing alley-oops to themselves off the backboard. Did you ever do that?
In practice, maybe, but although I had some leaping ability early on, I never had the audacity to do it in a real game.
That's also good, so he hits both free throws. Clark, it's been great to see the Nuggets as a perennial powerhouse these past few years.
Well, you know, that's what happens when you get a guy like Nikola Jokic. I mean, he's a game changer, and what a joy to watch. Took a long time for them to finally get to the place where they can win that first title, but usually teams don't become champions overnight. It's a process. Now everybody's scared of him.
Murray with the drive. He connects, and now he's 4 for 6 in today's game.
I think when you're guarding Murray, you're always worried about his jump shot, but he's also deadly off the bounce, so pick your poison.
And that one's good. Ingram.
He's somebody that's really comfortable carrying the offensive load.
Outside Watson. Pass to Najee. It's stolen by Poeltl. Here's Abaji. And it's flushed down. A nice jam.
Got to give him credit for jumping on the ball and making the most at the other end.
Boy, inexcusable at this point in the game. They got to be more composed in these moments.
Exactly. I mean, when you're running neck to neck, those kinds of mistakes tip the scale.
Ooh, coming through again. Shooting 5 for 7 now.
You know, when Murray finishes like this, guys, it shows you how aggressive his mindset is in attacking the defense.
The shot by Ingram, no good. For Denver, they've gotten 3 of 4 field goals in the second quarter. Pass to Watson. Westbrook outside. Over Ingram. Westbrook can't hit. The Raptors have gone 4 for 6 here in the second. Ingram deciding where to go with it. Fires the 3. Here's Poeltl. And the dunk by Poeltl.
And Poeltl has stick-to-itiveness on the offensive glass. He just throws himself in the mix to come up with those boards.
Almost too wide open there. That's like a warm-up jumper for him. Oh, nice one-handed jam there, B.A.
Hey, little exclamation point.
Hey, they've got a nice, comfortable lead here, fellas. Might as well keep it simple. threw it a plain, simple one-hander, just like pound cake.
And a bit of a battle for the ball, and the officials signal a jump ball here. And here's Ingram outside. Oh, his shooting remains on point. 3 for 4 thus far. And taking a quick look here at the hustle stats for Toronto.
Well, you know, they've been aggressive on the defensive end, and it's paying off for them. Quite a few takeaways for them in the early going.
And also, I haven't seen a lot of resistance from the defense when it comes to limiting their points in transition.
Driving in, and a slam dunk by Ingram.
You can really feel the momentum swinging in their direction.
And, you know, they need to stay aggressive here. Build the lead up while they've got the chance. Don't waste this opportunity.
Westbrook drawing the double. Watson passes to Westbrook. Saric a screen. Shot to stop the run. And that one comes off the assist by Westbrook. Saric has got 5 points now in the quarter.
Now that's confidence. Saric says, in Dario I trust.
Here's Agbaji. Oh, again, Toronto with a triple.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
Now here's Murray. 10 points for him. And give him another one. He's 6 of 8 and looking solid.
In the mid-range, Murray can really make it happen now. He's just that versatile a scorer.
Here's Shed, pounded by Westbrook. They grab their own miss. Here's Agbaji. No good with the triple. Nuggets trail by 8. Pass to Watson from behind the arc. And again, Denver with a 3.
Boy, slick pass by Murray. He makes such an effort to create for his teammates.
Toronto has gone 3 for 7 from the perimeter during the second quarter. Here's Agbaji. Now here's Ingram, defended by Murray. Walter from outside. No good. Misses at the buzzer. And so a close game as we wrap up the first half of play. Toronto out in front, up 5. Stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter started.
Please direct your attention to center court. And get ready for the fan half-court shot. Come on. They're measuring up the shot. One more time, a round of applause for the participants.
Second half of basketball is upon us, and we may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game we've seen so far. One guy who's been getting it done is Jamal Murray.
Yeah, they've done an amazing job of creating room to operate for him. And then, of course, executing.
And you know what? It helped that they had a few guys with very hot hands on the perimeter, too.
Porter Jr. and Gordon make up the forwards. Pairing up in the backcourt, Murray and Brown. And it's Jokic in at the center position. That's the group in the game for the Nuggets. Oh, and a vicious dunk by Barnes.
And I just love how he's making the effort plays that everyone around him appreciates.
It is certainly making an impact tonight.
Well, you know, if you're not going to take care of the defensive glass, it's going to be hard to come away with the win.
And he's going for the lob. Gordon with a steal. And that's a foul called on Jakob Poeltl. That'll be a second foul of the game.
Second personal foul. First team foul. Raptors substitution. Number 2, Jonathan.
Oh, he picked him clean. And they're on the break. Here's quickly. And it's Denver with a rebound. Well, Clark, you look at Denver's lineups. They have a lot of size on this team.
Yeah, I tell you what, it's kind of the polar opposite of small ball, B.A. I mean, with Jokic in the middle and a lot of length on the wings and in the backcourt, too. This is a growing trend in the league as I see it.
All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Guys, Scotty Barnes said, my game starts on the defensive end, guarding anybody and taking pride in it. That leads to great offensive transition and just leads me to stay on lockdown throughout the game. Brian?
And Allie, for all his offensive gifts, that focus on defense is what makes him special. And about a minute of action so far in the third quarter. And the call will be against Brandon Ingram. That'll be a second foul of the game.
And great job to establish position and square up.
Excellent example of toughness and physicality on defense. Got his nose right in the middle of things and made a play.
And so Murray will bring it up for the Nuggets. Trailing by 5. Back to Jokic. He's a load inside. Jokic finishing strong.
This is exactly how you should use Jokic in these situations. Feed that beast inside.
And here's Ingram from the arc. Misfires there. 4 for 6 in the game now. And Denver's shooting 52% from the floor so far. Jokic with it. Now quickly defending. Ingram against Gordon. Pass to Murray. And here's Jokic. Just 5 on the clock. He got a piece of it. Quickly against Murray. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws. And during the first few seasons of Emmanuel Quickley's career, he was seen primarily as a scorer, Greg.
Yes, but recently has blossomed into a more versatile threat. The leap we've seen in his passing has been especially impressive. He's a player to watch out for moving forward.
Lawson, he's checked in for Ingram.
He's as solid as it gets from the line. I mean, give him the opportunity. He's cashing in on those.
That was just great work to battle through contact and will end the shot.
Boy, it does your heart good to see that kind of determination in a player. Really excellent focus that time.
That's his first personal foul. 13th foul. At the line for Denver, Jamal Murray.
The free throw drops from Murray. Well, Grant, when you think of Jamal Murray and all he's been through, health is of utmost importance for him.
Oh, extremely important, B.A. Because when Murray is healthy, he's a lethal player and a huge part of this team's success.
On the night, he's 2 for 2 at the stripe.
Shooting for Toronto, Emmanuel Quickley. At the line for 2.
And he knocks down the first one. And quickly drops them both. Nuggets trail by 4. Inside. It's stolen by Barnes. And here they go on a free run to the bucket.
When you get a chance to run the floor like that, you have to capitalize. Great hustle on that play.
The Nuggets have gotten 2 of 4 shots to go since the break. Murray passes to Gordon. Shoots over Barnes. Misses off the right iron. Raptors lead by 6. Launches a 3. Lawson's shot is off. Jokic against Quickley. Jokic, no good. That's tipped. And he lays it up and in. Jokic has got 4 points this quarter.
Jokic, one of my favorite bigs to watch. So crafty, light on his feet. He gets to jump on the defense with that pull-up shot of his.
Such a wide-open look.
His three-point shot looks so pure. The defense allowing him to get comfortable out there.
Out of bounds, it'll be Raptors ball. For the Nuggets, Watson, he's checked in for Gordon. And it's Russell Westbrook in for Murray. And the Raptors making a change here. Here's Shed. Rebound by the Nuggets. Jokic just got his 5th rebound in this one. Here's Watson. Laid it in with a nice touch off the window. Watson's got 5 points.
Keeping pace here. That's an excellent move inside.
From deep. Shed, that's good. And the Raptors lead by 8.
In order to create effective spacing, you need enough guys on the floor that can hit from downtown.
Pass to Brown. Now here's Jokic. And it's in there. 6 points for him.
I like that. Punch it inside. You usually end up with a good shot and or get fouled.
The steal. And here's Porter outside. Mobo with the rebound.
And just terrible defense. I don't know how he missed that shot.
And here we go. The Nuggets on the fast break. Nice move. And it's laid up and in by Porter. Now just a 4-point Toronto lead.
Such a savvy passer. Jokic is patient and gets quality openings for his teammates.
And the Raptors miss again.
You know, he's not a knockdown shooter from there, but when you're that uncovered, you almost are forced to take it.
And Jokic throws it down.
Making sure of it with the two-hand slam, B.A.
Yeah, I don't blame him with the score this tight. You cannot take a chance here.
I get the feeling, guys, that he may be sensing that this is a critical time in this game.
Saric checks in for Porter Jr.
You know, what makes Jokic truly exceptional in my mind is the versatility. You know, he's a really good passer, and that to me is a tremendous distinction, not to mention how he scores and does the other stuff he does out there.
Westbrook can't hit. Outside Barnes. Pass to Pirtle. Over Westbrook. What if it goes? He knocks it down.
The officials have 2 minutes to review the play.
Quarter was over, but it turns out the officials are going to review the play. They're trying to see if he released the ball before the buzzer or not.
And there's really plenty of time remaining in this game, so you want to make sure the right call was made.
Yeah, anything can happen. I mean, they want to get
a big-time effort for Immanuel Quickley, providing a lot of energy for the Raptors. Hunting for opportunities, leading to 9 points in the quarter. We'll be right back. We've reached the fourth quarter in what has been a very competitive game. Should be an exciting finish. On the court for Toronto to start the fourth. We've got Jakob Poeltl, R.J. Barrett out there with Brandon Ingram. Then there's Immanuel Quickley, and it's Walter in at the 2. Barrett finds Poeltl, and he got the whistle on the way up, so he'll be headed to the line for a pair. It goes on Aaron Gordon.
Boy, I like the way Poeltl uses his 7-foot frame. So skilled in how he earns calls, draws fouls on his way up with the shot.
Good on the second one.
Well, he did enough there. He made it a 2-possession game, at least.
Westbrook, the pass to Gordon. Now Saric. Here's Gordon, covered by Ingram. Ingram against Gordon. It doesn't go for him. Poeltl with some nice D. Pass to Walter. Lets it go from deep. Knocks down the triple. And the Raptors lead by 7.
This is what it's been since halftime. Remarkable results from downtown.
Boy, it's been a 3-point barrage. They came out gunning and have not stopped.
Hey, if you can't block it, sending him to the line can be the next best thing.
Yeah, exactly. Prevent the layup, give them a little bump, and then maybe they'll think twice about coming into the lane next time. And if they don't think about it, at least they might be distracted by your presence.
And he drops the first.
Boy, the passion Westbrook plays with is infectious. He plays hard every second he's out on the court.
Porter Jr., he's checked in for Denver. Jamal Murray comes in for Watson. Quickly from outside. Here's Mobo. Nice work on the boards, paying off with a basket.
Well, I love the way he goes after it there. I mean, you've got to respect that. He's rewarded for his efforts of pursuing the ball.
Here's Murray. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
At his most explosive, Murray is a wrecking ball. And the way he's going tonight, he might just knock this entire building down.
Quickly deciding where to go with it. Pass to Mobo. And stolen by Murray. Here's Gordon. Drops in the layup for 2.
Gives him a nice lift when Gordon's scoring on the move. He does a good job creating his own shot.
Here's Barrett. Jacks up a 3. No luck on that one. This lead is up for grabs.
Yeah, each possession has an importance.
Porter finds Murray. From the arc. Rebounded by Ingram. Raptors lead by 4.
I love great defense. Just quick to establish his feet, and he takes the hit.
And not afraid to put his body on the line either. He took a shot for the team in that situation.
The Nuggets making a switch here. Jokic is checked in. Hurdle's checked in for Toronto. Here's Murray. Hey, hangs it midair and converts the double clutch layup. Murray's got 4 points in the quarter.
Murray doing whatever it takes to find the shot. Dynamic play from Jamal.
Kicks it to Quickly from outside the arc. Gordon pulls it in. For Denver, they've gone 3 of 5 since this fourth quarter started. Here's Murray. And it's Murray finishing it off.
Jamal Murray proving he's not afraid of the big moment. Big time shot there.
Quickly passes to Pirtle. Quickly outside. And he drew the blocking foul, so he'll go to the line to shoot a pair. And a breakdown here, guys. The hustle stats for Denver.
Well, they did a tremendous job keeping guys fresh. Their aggressiveness took over, showcased by their points off the fast break.
And the defense has been disruptive, forcing turnovers, challenging shots. The turnovers they've been able to turn into points, too.
Barnes, he's checked in for Toronto.
When it's this close, he's exactly who they want at the stripe.
And the foul is called. He missed it, so he's got a couple of free throws coming his way. It's going to go on Emmanuel Quickly.
Yeah, you know, right there in that instance, you could see where Murray was able to take advantage of his size in that situation.
Taking 2 shots.
He hits the second from the line. Just about 3 minutes through the fourth and final quarter here. Quickly passes to Pirtle. Now Barrett. He's guarded by Porter. Quickly outside. Shot from 12. And again, Toronto no good.
That's a shot he'd like back. He's usually going to make those.
Pass to Jokic. Over Quickly. Yes. They get the go-ahead bucket.
Easy to understand why they turn to Jokic in these situations. He has a knack for cashing in on big possession.
Barrett with it, and Jokic picks him up defensively. The three from Barnes. Pure from three-point range. And neither side able to take control of this game.
Yeah, at this rate, it's going to come down to a photo finish.
Pass to Gordon. Here's Murray, guarded by Quickly. Now Jokic. Outside for Porter. Oh, he buried the three!
You expect he's going to find a way to pull through in the clutch.
Quickly, passes to Pirtle. Back to Quickly. There's 47 seconds left in the fourth quarter. It falls!
And talk about stepping up in a big way.
Well, that was want to. He wanted the ball. Nobody else was taking that shot.
Brown passes to Gordon. Porter with it. Pass to Jokic. Clock at 6. The three. Rebound Toronto. Expect them to take their time this trip down.
Yeah, B.A. The clock is theirs to burn. Late here in the quarter, they still have a foul to give.
And it's the Nuggets ball. It's a three-point game. The Nuggets want a timeout. Given the situation here, what sort of strategy needs to be top of mind?
If they leave the arc open, take it. But it may be safer to get a quick 2 and then foul.
Either way, they got to score the ball.
Number 3, Brandon Ingram.
$11 seconds left to play in the fourth. Murray passes to Brown. They kick it out to Murray. And it goes! He gets it! Wow!
That's a big-time shot by a big-time player. Now, they asked him for a 3, and he delivered.
Yes, he did.
And now we get set for overtime in what has been a stirring contest. Barrett is the 3. Barnes will play the 4. Emmanuel quickly is out there with Brandon Ingram. And it's Pirtle in at the 5, roaming the paint.
And Joker doesn't get up too often, but when he slams it down, it feels like he's trying to bring the basket with him.
They're going at it on offense. Neither team backing down.
Hey, defense is taking a back burner, secondary on the marquee, but who doesn't love a game like this? Let's go. I like offense.
Hey, they really needed that one. Big time move inside.
Way up and over the big guy, and what a time in the ball game to make it happen.
Quickly, passes to Pirtle. Gordon with a steal. Now Porter. Here's Brown. Pass to Gordon. Pirtle grabs a miss. Pirtle's got his 7th rebound here tonight.
2 minutes remaining in overtime.
And here's Ingram from the arc. Rebounded by Denver. Porter's got 4 rebounds now. Westbrook outside. Fires the 3. Pirtle grabs a miss. Pirtle's got 8 rebounds in the game. Oh, they get a hand on it. Barrett passes to Barnes. To shoot, 19-footer, and it's Denver with a rebound. Gordon's got his 4th rebound in this one. Jokic off the bounce, and Jokic throws it down.
Well, you don't see bigs with Jokic's skill level very often. His athleticism, very average, but he still can throw it down if he has to.
Outside Barnes, there's the 3, gets the 3 ball to go.
Hey, I'm stating the obvious here, but he was very comfortable taking that shot. Not a defender in sight.
Here's Gordon. He takes it in. Over to the left wing. Jokic finds Westbrook. Here's Brown. They shoot again. And he sinks it.
Oh, what a crafty move, causing the defender to pause right there.
Toronto has gone 1 of 2 from three-point range since regulation. Kicks it out to Barrett. Takes a 3. Porter pulls it in. Here's Brown. He's guarded by Barnes. Here's Brown. Puts it up. Here's Jokic. Out of bounds. It'll be Toronto's ball. Walter, he's checked in for Toronto.
Number 14. Walter.
4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Quickly drives in. Kicks it out to Barnes. Pass to Pirtle to tie it up. Rebounded by Denver. Westbrook outside. Here's Brown. Launches it. Nails it from beyond the arc.
And he's coming off a huge performance, and his confidence couldn't be any higher. And his coach knows that, too.
Showing no signs of slowing or cooling down. They're going to ride him as far as he can take him.
All right, Allie, good stuff there. Thanks for that. And that about wraps it up. For Clark Kellogg, Grant Hill, and Allie LaForce, this is